Mysthea solo mode. Let's check it out right now. How we doing, everybody? Let's talk about Mysthea. So that's a game I don't normally get to the table very often. I just moved a few months ago. I really don't have a gaming group, and I like the game. I like it's a very pretty game, if anything else. And so I bought the solo mode. It took forever to come in from Kickstarter, especially when I finally got it. It literally was one rule book and a deck of cards like this big. So it's barely anything to it, and I don't know why it took so long. So let's jump into it, and then I will give final thoughts. I'll do a full setup, and we'll talk about the first era.
All right. How we doing, everybody? We are here to play Mysthea. But it's going to be solo mode, which does not come with the core box, as I explained earlier. So it comes with here's the entire contents of the Kickstarter solo rules. So we come with this, and we come with a little thing of cards, and that's it. That's the entire box. The box was about this big, which of course I threw away, and that's it. So what we get in here, if you're not familiar with Mysthea, I'm going to do a general setup as well. But we come with little cards for the monsters, which I put over there. We have a harder thing, which I'm not playing with. I did play with this earlier, and once, and he lapped me for points. So he's obviously the thing is far too strong. So I'm going to do some stuff there as well. And then you have hero cards, which I'm going to explain the difference in the hero cards as well. So there's that. So let's do general setup here. All right, so these are your attunement cards. And so he's going to be blue. And in fact, I need to get the figures out. So he's going to be blue, I'm going to be red, but he gets an additional color as well. So he gets purple. But the attunement cards are usually placed on on the corresponding thing, like this. If you see, this one's up here, and that's because this has to be random for the solo game. All right, so here we're going to put. So I randomly took 3 monsters, which are over there, and I think this is. I think this one's this one, and then this one's this one. So I took random 3 cards, and then I take a matching card from the solo game, and we're going to put it underneath. But right now it's on top so you can see it. And then we took random heroes as well. So this guy is this guy. So let's put him in his base. And his character is the female with the spear. Which I think is this one. It is. All right, and you're not supposed to put any of them in bases, but when I saw that it was hard for me to find his guy on the board, I decided I'm going to put a base on him. Okay. All right, so for 2 players, that's what we're basically setting up for from this point on. So one of these influence tokens there starts there. Others will be put on as we go. This deck is just shuffled. This is the encounter deck. Then you have the islands, which are put out here randomly. I have my encounter token, which I'm going to have to move once I place my guy. And then one of each of these barrage tokens are put down, but only in a 2-player game. So once we place our heroes, we're going to be taking 3 of them off. Then on this board, this is basically it's going to be the clock and the scoring combined, which is very interesting. And then it also, because once the fifth element comes out, then the game, or that era, is over. So let's take. We're going to take the top monster card, and we're going to shuffle it into this deck. All right. So, because what that means is that at one point, the monster is going to activate. Okay. And we're going to put that back here. All right. So this is his deck, which matches the decks over there. All right. So we're going to shuffle this up. And then we're going to take, see, this is again, the same things that are over there. Those are the era decks. All right. So we have 1, 2, and 3 eras. Let's move this down a little bit. Okay. All right. And he's got these 4 cards that are also out. All right. So with these, then we're going to take green, blue. These are the starting cards. They have a star on them instead of a number. So we're going to take 1, 2, 3, and 4 for him. So he now has 9 cards in his deck. And that is going to match the 9 cards that are here. So basically, this is how he's going to react. All right, so that's why he needs 9, because it's 9 turns. And then when we add another one in the next era, he's going to have 10, etc. All right, so we're just going to leave that over there. And then for me, I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has 9 and I have 4. Doesn't sound fair, does it? And we just put that out of the game and that out of the game. All right. So now we're going to take this deck that's on the 1. You see it's 1 there. And we just give it a quick shuffle. Make sure that my deck is separate from his deck. In fact, I'm just going to put it there on the board. Okay, and we put that here. And then we take 1. Let me get here. 2. Ooh, 2 red cards off the bat. All right, so there's obviously, as you know, there's 4 different colors. Red has to do with battling. And blue has to do with upgrades. And yellow has to do with points. Green is like your they match these gears on this card, so it's not really an upgrade. It does other. There are only 2 types of cards that can go on here: blue and green. So blue has to do your troops, and green have to do with your general movement, and not movement, but how you're a thing. So it's a tableau builder, deck builder, and area control simultaneously. Also, this is going to be my artifact. My artifact is 2. His artifact is 3. The person with the lower number breaks ties. So any kind of ties outside of battling is broken so I would win ties basically because I have a lower number. Also, it tells you that, so I have 4 golems, which are 2 strength, and then I have my commander, which is 3 strength, and then these little guys are 1, right? So he's supposed to have double the amount of people. So he's supposed to have 8 and 16. And obviously one hero. But that was way too strong, man. So I limited it to 1.5. So 6 and 12. I mean, literally, he had people everywhere. He literally lapped me in points because I couldn't win anything because he just had people everywhere, which I couldn't do because I didn't have enough people. All right, and so it's all iconography that's on here, and that matches. Is also a cheat sheet, but the book is just as good. So because they didn't want to produce this in multiple languages, they only produced the books and the rule books in multiple languages, and that's it. So I have to refer to this to find out what those cards are. Sometimes you can figure it out, and sometimes you can't. All right, so we kind of know, but you're not sure. So there you go with that. All right, so with his setup, we have to place, first of all, we have to place this dude. So this dude gets placed, don't tell me I have to look back at the thing. It's not on there. Well, I guess I have to reshuffle it. So he gets placed, on this symbol. And if you notice, this symbol is also here. So he'll go in the middle there. All right, so let's reshuffle those again now that I know where the monster is. I don't know why they didn't put it on the little card. Okay. And it took me, look at the amount of pages. The solo rulebook is longer than the regular core rulebook. It's pretty crazy. All right, so for his placement of his hero, I think he's there, and I think he goes on the first card. Let's see. Setup. Replace the champion cards. I did that. Take the artifact 2, which we did that. Create the area for different colored power cards. We did that. All right. I just got to place this guy. Is the only thing I have to do. Here we go. Find the yellow card in Malice, which is the name of his character. Malice card, 4 starting command cards, and use the region shown to determine which region type, starting with the topmost attunement card. Yeah. So I'm right about the attunement card, but I need to go into his deck and find the yellow card, which is here. And he's in clouds. All right, so let's shuffle these things back up again. So his guy is going to start on that symbol with clouds, which is here. Which is interesting because that may not be the case, right? If it was this one, there wouldn't be any clouds. So that's interesting how that worked out. But I guess if it does not that one, then I have to go down to the next one. I think that's how it works. All right, so he's ready to go. I'm not ready to go because I got to place my guy out, and then I got to place my encounter token 1 away clockwise. All right, so I am going to be here. And then this is going to be here. And everything else is down to 0. So I get to go first. And as soon as I get to go, then the first card pops up. So obviously the longer these locations go out, the more they're worth. All right. So this is water. So I don't really give a crap about the water here. I want to go for other things because it's going to be worth more points. So I'm here, he's here, so all the rest of the Mirage tokens come off. Okay? So these don't exist as far as the game. I don't think you can move on or anything. I think they just don't exist. All right, so here's my deck. So I get to look at them. So I can use, so here's these cards. All right, so there's the yellow. You notice that they all have a big number up on top, and then whatever it is underneath them. Like here's the green thing I was telling you about. And then on the bottom, so you can use it either for command points or you can play it. So when you play the blue and the green, they go on the tableau board. When you do this, you'll give you points. And the red gives you something to do with battling. So my artifact shows 4. So I'm going to put my energy at 4. He doesn't keep track of any of that. So these are my experience points, and those are my glory points, which is how we win. All right, so I have all my guys start off the board all as far as being constructed. All his people are constructed, all my people are not. So he basically gets an extra type of thing in there as well, or I have an extra step, he doesn't. All right, so I need, well, I'm not going to be battling right now. I can also use, so here's the different turns I can do. I can play a command card for the command points, and then I can use those points in any way I want, whether I want it together or not. So I can construct one, I can deploy one, I can move one if I had 3. So, or I just do, like he can move 2, these guys can only move 1, stuff like that. So I am going to be good. I'm going to eventually want to come over here, but I need points, and I can also buy stuff out of here for 1, or 3, or 5, I think it is. And I can buy all 3. A 4th one's going to come out as well. So I can use that. I can develop, which means I can buy something out of there. I can meditate in case I run out of cards, because of course if I don't buy any cards, I'm going to be out of things to do. So then I would meditate and try to buy a card. I can use the effect on one of my green cards, which is going to be here. And or I can discharge my artifact. I can turn it over to either move the islands around, or I can start a battle with it. And that's why battling is not a big part of this game. You can't battle, so you can battle once, and then this thing will turn around, so you can maybe battle twice in one whole era. And if you're on your encounter tokens island, I can pay an experience point to do one of those cards. All right, so I'm not going to be battling right now. So, and I really want to see what this card is. See, this is, look at the icon. I have no idea. It says something X equals X equals the command points. So I go into the era that only has the star, and I see that it's over here. While this card is on your player board, once per turn you may discard any command card to gain X command points, where X is equal to the number of command points on a discarded card. So I guess you can have additional command points. I guess that's what that does. Okay. And my hero, with this one, my hero is worth 2 extra strength. I don't need to look that up, which I really like, and I'm thinking maybe I should do that immediately. where it cost me 2 to do that, to upgrade him. So maybe let's do that. So I'm going to pay 2, and I am going to put that on my hero's point there. So if I need to upgrade my hero again, I can't. I would need to take that off and discard that. All right, so that's the end of my turn because I can't do anything else. Eventually, I'm going to come over here, but I need to find something to give me points. Like this will give me if I take over clouds, it'll give me an experience point when I meditate. All right, so that's it for me. See, that's one thing. I don't feel like I do a lot per my turn. The turns are fast, but I don't feel like I do a lot. All right, so he's going to go now. All right, so his turn is he turns one of these cards over. So in this case, it's yellow, right? So I'm going to go over here to his yellow, and I'm going to do these things. All right, so he gets 2 points times whatever error it is. So he's got points right off the bat. So it's only error 1, so he gets 2 points. And that's how that works. I don't know if you can see. There we go. Let's do that so you guys can see the points. Try to move it back a little bit more. But I want you guys to be able to see the cards too. It takes up a lot of space, that's for sure. You really don't need to see up here. That's the reference for the battling, which we barely use because I barely have any cards when I battle. So it's more important to see over here. All right, so plus he's going to put a guy out. So whenever you put a guy out, you put a guy only on where your hero is, unless you have something that tells you otherwise. And now he walks. There's a walk and a fly. So he's going to walk, which is going to go here. And you can also travel between islands. Like he can now travel from here to here because there's mountains here and there's mountains here. He cannot move here. He'd have to move back to clouds and then move here. All right, so that's how that works. So then he's also going to take a card. All right, and when he takes a card, it's going to go under here. And now he's going to upgrade that, which we're going to use purple for. And I'm also doing a house rule that he can only upgrade up to 3. Because he's just too OP'd. All right, and then for the hero, you notice these colors, there are certain things that are going to say the preferred color, and then that's going to go based on that. All right, then he's got his own deck of battle cards as well. All right, so it's back to my turn again. So, again, he's already leading me. He's already got a dude out, and he's already got points. All right. Oh, geez, wrong thing. Oh, monster attacks already. All right, so he's there by himself, and unless we have enough strength to fight him, of which he is 15, then he would wipe out whatever area we want to wipe out that has our people in it. But there's nobody there yet, so he does nothing. He basically fights with himself. He's got 2 heads, so he could probably do that. All right, so, and then I guess at the end of each era, I get 1, 2, 3, which is the errors. I get 3 points for every 2 areas that I can control. Okay, so right now I have 4 that I'm controlling there. And I kind of want to put this out, which would give me extra command points. So that would allow me to do extra stuff every round. But that would wipe me out. So that would take me down to 0, and I would put this out here. All right, I wonder if I can use it right away and discard this to give me 2 points. Because it does say once per round. So because I put that out, I should allow me to do that. And I have 2 command points. So I am going to put out 2 of these guys. Okay. So now I have control here. He has control here and here at this point. And I only have 1 card left in my hand. Well, that's his card, the red one. And I don't think we're going to be starting a battle yet. This adds 2 power to a battle. But I need to buy cards, but I don't have anything left. So now I'm going to have to meditate. I'm not going to have a choice after I use this card. So I'm hoping that I can get to move possibly here to forest so that I can get the splats here, which is the energy. All right, so he's going to go. So he has this card here. So what this is, it tells me for movement or for movement of the islands are preferred in this direction for him. All right, so he's going to take he's going to take this card and he's going to put it in red. And now he's got 1 there. So he upgrades on 1, 3, and 5. All right. All right, so he did that. He's going to put a golem out. And his guy is going to fly. So he doesn't need to because he could just go here. He goes to where the reason for the fly is they realize that he may get stuck and he may have people everywhere. So he may have to go around, 3 different islands before he finds places that have any people left. All right, so that's how that works. So he's done. So we will turn over another card, and it's clouds. So I think I picked correctly because at this point, forest has not come out yet. So I'm going to use my last card for 2 command points. And I am going to move with 1 here and 1 here. This way, when I leave, I still have that. And he's also going to come over here. And I cannot wound his guy. So that's another problem. I think I still get points for wounding his guy, but he doesn't get wounded. All right, so this is upside down, and this is how this works. All right, so because it tells me the preferred area down. And now the turn is on going in a different direction. All right, so he's going to get points, which I need to get a thing. So he's going to get this is the encounter deck. It's got a 7 here on top. So he's going to get 7 points plus 3. So he's going to get 10 points. So he's got 12 already. See what I'm saying? I haven't even gotten a point yet, and he's on 12. He's also going to put a dude out. And his guy is going to walk right onto me. I'll put him here so he leaves me alone. All right, and that's the end of his turn. And there's mountains, which I'm going to go to next. But I would need to be stronger there. All right, so I am going to meditate now. So meditate means that this goes up to 3. And then I get everything that's on my board. So anything that I have power on. So I'm controlling this one. So I get 1 more and 1 more. So I get 5. So I think that when you meditate, you get everything that you have people on. Let me see. Not just control. Develop, meditate, gain 3 plus regional bonuses. Yeah, so as long as I have people there, I get those bonuses. Doesn't have to be control. All right, so I got 5 for my meditation. So now I can start buying stuff. And we don't have much left before the era is over. All right. Shoot. That's not good. So we didn't get a thing. Instead, the monster moves. So if there's more than 1 monster on the board, they will all move. Okay. So that's it for that. He went 3 times. Did I go? Did I not give him? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I skip his turn? So I only have 3 cards out. Yeah, so I did skip his turn, so he should go before I go again. Right, he should have gone 4 times. All right, so this is that he's going to wound the monster. All right, so the monster is going to get wounded. So this is going to go here. And now that means that he has no upgrade here. But that subtracts, I think it's 3. Let me see what the give me see the blue card here. Okay. All right. So place a wound counter on the visible monster reference card with the most remaining hit points, which is what I just did. Yeah. So I think it's 3. And then for every thing it has bleeding. I wish it put the yeah. So it's 3 plus whatever amount. I got it right. All right. So right now that he's at a 12. But there's no upgrade code tokens on him yet, so he's just the same. It's -1. It's only -1. No, it's not even that because he doesn't have an upgrade there. Oh, I see. Okay, so no, because it would be 1 times 3. Yeah. So it's automatic 3. The wound tokens are automatic 3, so it's 12. He's down to 12 hit points right now. All right, so let's go back to blue a second here. So I can see the next one, which is put an upgrade token on something. Place an upgrade token below the power card in the most preferred color, ignoring the power card that already has more upgrade tokens. So I go with the lowest amount of upgrade tokens. So he would be green, would be first. So she would have two there already, but that already has 1, so it would be blue. So now, okay. So now it would be 3 plus 1, so it would be 4. So now he's down to 11. He's down to 11 hit points now. All right. So basically, I like that in general, because trying to fight these guys without having huge amounts of things so is almost impossible. All right, so he's going to have another guy here. And his guy is going to walk, so he's going to walk onto me this time. And he's going to take a card, which is going to be blue. So now he's going to have another upgrade on there. Okay. All right, so he's down to 3, 4, 5 times 2. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. My computer decided it was going to shut off. So, so this is where we're at now. He upgraded red, and since we didn't have any place to battle at the time, he went to green. So he finished his round. So that leaves him with 5. I've gone 5 times. He's gone 5 times. So we're going to move into almost the finish of the era here. And what I'm going to probably do is do era 1, era 2, era 3 in different episodes. All right, so Crystal's up now, which is there. And I'm still trying to get an experience point, which it doesn't look like I'm going to have time to do with one more card left, because I'd have to meditate again. But I can do a battle here, and I can attune. So I have 2 things that I can do. But the other problem is I'd have to make a choice. Either I would attune or I would battle. And I'm afraid that battling won't give me the amount. Well, I guess it would be the same. No, because I would get 4. Let's see. If I attune, it's whatever space I go into. Would be that one. 2 times whatever cards. Yeah, so it won't be that much more. And I'd really like to knock him off here. So I have 4, 5. And right now he has 2, 3, 4. Plus whatever card he pulls. So 5 to 4 presently. And I can play this card, which would give me 3 points. Because it has 3 on top. So if I use this battle card, I would get 3 points. But I still can use these 3 here to bring more people out. Oh, shoot. I wasn't supposed to do those 2 guys. I think I was supposed to build them first. All right. Well. All right. So I'm going to use these 3. And I'm going to build 2 and deploy 1. Yeah. So I think I cheated before. I should only have 1 guy out instead of 2. But. All right, so now we're at 4, 5, 6 to his 2, 3, 4. So right now I'm leading by 2. All right, so I'm going to deploy my little thing here. So I'm going to turn that over to show that I've used it. and we're going to see what kind of battle card he pulls. And I'm going to play this one. And he's going to pull 3. So we basically pull each other out. So these two would cancel each other. So I would win by 2. So I would be able to kill his golem off. And for that, I would get 2 points. And it's my first 2 points of the entire game. Scary, scary. All right, so he... Why does he feel like you have so many cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, this would be number 6. All right, so he's going to do green again. So he's going to deploy over there for 3 points. So that golem I just killed is coming right back. Because again, he doesn't have to build. He doesn't have to construct. And then he's going to move. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I need 1 point. All right, so the last card is going to come up. Oh, he gets 1 more point, by the way. So he could have 2 golems out. Let's just give him 2 people. It's the same thing. Okay. So the last card's going to come up, which is Forest. And he just took my Forest from me. So I only have 1 point. That's all I've got. So I'm going to use it to move here. Because remember, every single one of, and I don't know if this is any different, but every single one of his areas has +1. So here we're equal. Here I win. Here I lose. So I think if it's equal, we both get the points. Okay, so he's going to go, oh, yeah, I can't. That would have been the best thing I could have done was to attune, but I don't have the points to do it. I could have used the 1 to attune that instead of moving. Well, let's see, that would have, I get 7 points for that, where I don't see anything here that would have given me 7 points. All right, so he is going to put a golem out. So you're going to watch him get points all over the place now. That I can't. That I don't have the amount. This is so overpowered, it's crazy. All right, so the next thing is he is going to move the islands around. So to move the islands around, I think he picks the top card in the attunement. Let's see. Move the island that Mouth of the Malice champion is on to the center. And now you get to see how those things move. Find the island's new position. Choose the island with the topmost attunement card, ignoring the card corresponding to the island in the middle. Okay. So that is this one here, which is this one here. So it's this space that he's going to go in, and I have to use this rotation. So it's going to be this way. So he wants to be in this space. So this is going to go here, this is going to go here, and this is going to go here. Then his guy will fly to the next thing that he doesn't have anybody on. So he would just go here. And that's the end of his turn. So he gets to do 3 things. I got to do 1. It's just not, it's not entirely fair. So anyway. All right. So that's his turn. That's the end of the era. So we'll set up for the next era in the next video. But right now it is, so now we get points based on the interactions. So the good thing is that if this thing attacks next era, it's going to wipe out his thing. Now, according to the rules, he's not supposed to get wiped out, but again, he gets way too much privilege. So his commander can't get wounded. He can't get wiped out by a monster. He's getting points galore, and he has all the powers and no weaknesses. So, which I find, I don't think they play tested this enough. Where you even have a shot in hell of beating this guy. All right, so let's see now. Let's see how many points he's going to get. It's going to be a shitload, right? So we're going to go. Nobody's on this island, so there's no points there. Over here. I beat him. Well, he's got this one. So, because we both have forest. So he's going to get 8 points for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to get 8 also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I get this one here, which is crystal, which is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. He's got mountains, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has clouds, which is 4. 2, 4. He has mountain again, which is 5. Okay. He's got crystal, which is 7. And you guys let me know if I'm playing this wrong, and he's got this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's about to lap in the first round only. He's already lapping me. I don't see how this really needs a rework. Because there's no way. And look at all the people he still has left, and he doesn't have to construct them. So I'm going to have to house rule some of this stuff where he's got to construct first before he can deploy out. I've already limited the amount of people that he can put out, which is still a half more than I can. It's just crazy. I'm already not having fun because there's no way for me to catch up right off the bat. And I'm building my tableau. Yeah, that's what I did for my first couple of rounds, but that's the extent of it. All right, so let's jump into the next era. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one.
All right, so we went through the first era, and I can tell you that the last time I played, the guy lapped me. I don't think this thing, after all this time, you would think that they would have it at least semi-balanced, but the AI is just too powerful. It's too powerful. It has too many resources to its. It gets way too many actions per turn. It's just unbalanced. I mean, that's the bottom line. It's just unbalanced. So I'd have to figure out a way to house rule some of this. I've already house ruled, the amount of troops it gets, and stuff like that. And house ruling that it can only have 3 upgrades on its card. Which again, unless I'm playing it wrong, that means that each one, if the red card has 3 upgrades on it, that means that each one of their, since it's universal, each one of the stuff that their characters are on or their troops are on gets 3 extra power. I mean, it's almost impossible for the amount of stuff I can do and the amount of stuff that I can put out. It beats me every time. So I don't think this was thought through very well. I have to go through it and figure out how to diminish the AI to make it a little bit more balanced, or else it's not any fun. It's not any fun if you know you're going to lose as soon as you set up the game. So, all right, so let's get into Era 2 and see if I can do any kind of catch up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And remember that I am an award-winning writer for novels and comics. My awards are actually for screenplays, but because I'm a producer as well, line producer. That I just moved from Hollywood to Atlanta. I'm hoping to get more work here. But anyway, if you want to check out any of my stuff, they're on Amazon, where you can click the link below, and that'll take you to my other sites as well. I'll have some other videos pop up here if you want to check out any of my other playthroughs or my movie reviews or comic book reviews. All right. Thanks a lot, guys, and happy holidays. All right. Bye-bye.